It's a fine warm morning here, 50 degrees, sun is out, beautiful day. I'm out here, I want to see if I can't find a little old mining community of Blackwood. And so I'm on an old railroad bed, and I haven't yet found quite, I do know this is an old railroad bed. I do know that. And I do know I'm on the way to Blackwood. Never been this way before. I could have walked in from Silverton, about an hour and 15, 20 minutes or so. I thought maybe I could find a little bit easier way. Sometimes that's not the case. But anyway, I'm here now. I got quite a descent, and I'll inform you about some things on the way down. Well, it's a good thing I didn't try to film coming down that descent. And I gotta climb back up it. Wow. So, the other day, I was out scouting around, wanting to see if I can't get into Blackwood a little bit quicker. Silverton would have been about an hour and a half walk. I thought maybe I could find it from this end. So this would be more of the west end. So, Blackwood Road on the other side of Tremont. I took that for 3.3 miles and ended up on this gravel dirt road, and trucks were flying by me, these big dump trucks. I was in the dust ball. Then I got to some sort of way station, and I thought, well, I better go in there and just ask, because I knew I was close to Blackwood. Could see it on my map. And so the gentleman informed me that, well, it's a little bit too late in the day, or he'd take me down. But he said it's a long walk. And I would not have wanted to go down with him. Anyway, so what it was a company that takes the sludge from the sewer, Minnepisalit, from the townships, sewer from the townships. And then gets all the crap out of it, and then uses it, and in this particular case, and spreads it over where they had mined. So I don't know too much about that, not sure about that. If that's a good thing or a bad thing, putting that crap back on our earth. I came from out yonder. And I'm looking around here, and this may have been where they strip mined once. And then brought in that sludge from our sewer system. It has a smell to it. Not quite earthy. Not quite disgusting. But I believe this is a perfect example of how they can reclaim our land after they strip mine it. Right off to my left end, I see old railroad cars. Abandoned? Well, I'll see if I can't get down there and take a closer look. It looks like to me I see a sign, Reading and Northern, most likely. Yeah. I'll check it out. America's largest anthracite carrier. How about that? Reading and Northern. Just brought up here and stopped. Not sure what that is. I see boards. Purpose, I don't know. Hold back the bank. Yeah. I came down off the sludge field. Got down here on a what I would thought would be a railroad bed. And this is what I found. How about that? I'll have to find out. So now that I came up on top, round, no. Nope. It wasn't. But it could have been the beginning of a mine. The slant might have went down right up here where they strip mine. So the mine slant might have started coming from here. Build up. Maybe. Although that rock wouldn't have been built up like it is, then would it not? No, it would have been covered in, but not like that. Interesting. So the comments that I saw on different sites tell me that there's very little left of the old mining community of Blackwood, except some stone. Now this big old tree fell down on it, but I can still see that the foundation might have been here. It's a little wet down in here, but things change. Maybe an edge of a street here. They sort of run all the way down through here. Swampy, yes. From here, I'm going to have to get up on the railroad and see if I can't find anything more. I've walked into Swatera Creek. And a bridge. all kind of posted signs. If I get out of here, I'll be lucky. So, there. That's old. Look at that. Wow, look at that support system. And the foundation, the support, the stones, look how old they are. Yeah. Be 150 years old or more. Wow. So I'm walking off of this feeder line. I'm now on the Reading and Northern. Tremont. That way. Silverton. This way. You can't see it, but in this direction then is that headquarters for the slush, the sewage plant, putting all that good stuff from our sewers out here. I don't know about that yet, but maybe it's better than putting it all in the dumps. So anyway, so I was back there, where I was back there thinking, so I saw those foundations, thinking it was, maybe it was possibly Blackwood, but no, it isn't. I'm walking up here to a dam. And that might mean that this is Schaefer Creek. I know Schaefer Creek from up by Silverton. This might be Schaefer. Across the way, a big pond. And I'll get to the name of that. It's almost like I'm going to have to get over in there at one point. Wow. Got to do it. Here is Bass Dam, one of them. B-A-S-S, Bass Dam. I just climbed over these rocks. I saw an old hole, shored up. I don't know what I'm going to see down in there if I get down in there. I think that's probably about as close as I'm going to get. Maybe about as close as I should get. Yeah. So I got to get myself down in here. Over here, and it'll be easier walking. And then if I'm going to see anything of Blackwood, it's going to be over in here. It's going to be over in that clear spot over there. Wow. And they just drew the ties. And on the other side of the Bass Dam. And I'm wow. spring peepers.